Hey, welcome to Callback Bites. I'm here with my guest Scott, aka CineRam, and I have a question for you.
Thanks for having me on, Austin. Appreciate it.
So, what is your favorite animated character and why?
Well, I considered a lot of options, and what was really helpful was for you to say that I could consider movies or TV, hand-drawn animation, CG animation, stop motion. And after thinking about it, I realized that my favorite animated character out of all of them is Ed 209, the clumsy stop motion robot from
Oh,
RoboCop, Paul Verhoeven's sci-fi action movie from 1987. Ed 209, most people wouldn't consider Ed 209 a character exactly, but with a lot of inanimate objects that move on their own, we tend to sort of place human behavior, sort of project human behavior onto it. And it's by turns aggressive and clumsy and confused, and also extremely frustrated when it tumbles down a flight of stairs and is stuck on its back, can't get up, and it squeals like a little baby crying out for its mom. Phil Tippett was the designer and animator. He worked on, I believe, Empire Strikes Back, and he was one of several people that won an Oscar for Jurassic Park. And he just actually recently released a feature-length stop-motion animated film called Mad God, which I haven't gotten a chance to see yet, but I'd really like to. I'm a big fan of the film RoboCop and the director Paul Verhoeven. It's a great satire, a dark comedy, as well as an action movie. And the Ed 209 scenes were ones that I had read about before I'd seen the film, long before I'd seen the film. And when I finally got a chance to watch it, I was just absolutely delighted. It's quite a fun three scenes out of this movie.
no, nice, nice. I got a question for another, well, I guess follow-up question to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what the noise it's making when it's attacking? What that noise is?
Well, there's a lot of different sounds in that,
Hmm.
and I can't say that I've really tried to figure out where they came from. Some people say that it squeals like a pig, and I'm not
Hmm.
sure if that's really true or not. I always thought it cried like a baby when it was stuck on its
Hmm.
back after tumbling down the stairs. But it growls, it
Hmm.
makes a lot of mechanical noises as it's walking around. And it has a big, fight scene with RoboCop in the middle of the movie. That's just a real delight. And I've always really liked the effects and the way that it was animated, the way that the legs kind of extend as they walk. And yeah, just but no, I never really thought too carefully about exactly
I
where all those noises were sourced from.
I believe the source. I believe it's when it's growling. That is a lion.
Mhm.
That is
Sure.
one I know. Um, yeah, but very much no. I love Robo. That's like one of man. That must be one of my favorite answers because I'm like I never thought about Ed 209, but I love Ed 209 so much.
Yeah.
It's one of
Yeah.
the coolest pieces of just like animation in a live action film.
Yeah.
When did you first see RoboCop?
Well, I was pretty young when it came out.
Mhm.
87 I would have been 14 at the time, and I really wasn't ballsy enough to try and get into an R-rated movie on my own, especially that R-rated movie. So I had to wait about a year until it premiered on premium cable, and then I finally watched it on premiere. Luckily, my mom and dad were out for the evening, so I could watch whatever I liked without them bothering me. So yeah, I'd read about it. I'd read about the storyline. I'd read about some of the effects. And I was looking forward to seeing the whole movie, but I was very curious as to what it would actually look like because there weren't any clips of it. I didn't think nobody released any scenes of it actually walking around and doing stuff. They had, of course, the live action prop, which they used on the set for the actors to interact with when it wasn't moving. But for the scenes where it's moving around and attacking people, it's all stop motion. And there's actually a featurette. This is the steelbook of RoboCop, but it's the DVD steelbook, not the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray doesn't have an extra disc with special features, and so this version has a whole featurette devoted towards Ed 209 and how they designed it and how they built it and got it to work. And they actually used rear projection instead of blue screen. They would basically take their master shots of these sets without Ed 209 in it, and then they would project them one frame at a time behind the model as they moved it one frame at a time. So that's kind of an unusual technique, but it worked out great. It looks amazing.
No, no, no. Thank you, thank you. That was a great answer, and this has been another callback.